Hey everybody, welcome back to AfterLife SMP Season 4. It's been a few months since the last episode, but as you can see behind me, we have a lot of empty space. I actually did something with this empty space. You should be seeing it on your screen right now. I had a whole bunch of different ores that I needed to fortune. I honestly don't even know why I had that many ores to begin with that hadn't been fortuned, but we got it out of the way, and now all of that is good to go. But ladies and gentlemen, enough about the ores for today. In today's episode, we're going to be working here over at the island because I have several things I want to get done today. I should probably address the elephant in the room as well. This mob head, yes, the mob head wearing WhiteFyr is back for Season 4. I've been doing some stuff with cows and the mushrooms, and you can sort of see it over there that, yeah, we've been breeding them up a little bit. Just a little bit, getting some food and different things along those lines. Just trying to stay up to date with everything that's happening around here on the island. But the main thing that we're gonna get started with, folks, is we are going to, and I've kind of already done it, which is why I'm trying to hide it. We are gonna get started with doing one thing that I'm always known for, whether it's on AfterLife, whether it's in single player worlds, whatever it might be. We need to build a wheat field, because why wouldn't you build a wheat field when you're alone on an island? I'm going a little crazy, help me. Anyways, that's what we're gonna get started with today, folks, and I have some very nice replay mod footage for you. So let's go ahead and jump into a quick time lapse. Well, isn't it just a beautiful, beautiful day to plant some crops, specifically some wheat? And all this crop planting actually for me dates way back to my very first single player world here on YouTube. I had this huge weed field that was kind of divided into 4 sections right next to a barn, and I had like another portal right in the middle. It was, to this day, one of those builds that I love the most because it inspired so much else. Probably my best known wheat field currently is in my amplified single player world, season 2 of Survival Heights, but before that it was on Fire's Frontier, which is another amplified single player world that I had that had a huge field of not just wheat, all different kinds of crops. I don't know why, but I just feel like every base or every build I make is not complete unless I have some sort of field of crop, whether it's wheat or whatever else it might be. I think because it's just one of those little details a lot of times people don't want to add or forget about or aren't as obsessed with as I am. And I just feel like it's not a build, it's not a me build, if you will. It's not my build unless I have some sort of crop farm there. So, all right, well, I think that's all the wheat field we have for today. Back to the video. Isn't this just so beautiful? Isn't it the best? I think it's the best. You guys saw in the footage, the time lapse. It is definitely the best. But I did leave a pathway over here. You may have seen it. I did leave a small pathway over here, and that is because up on top of this hill, I didn't want to just cover all this area with wheat. I wanted to make sure that we had some space here to build probably a little like mushroom barn kind of thing. Just kind of looking at this space. I think it's big enough. You might store some wheat. Maybe we'll put a few mushrooms in there for safekeeping. Probably some of the brown ones because those are a little more rare. And I think we're gonna do something with that. So let me gather some materials, folks. Let me go ahead and get underway with that, and then we will get crack-a-lackin' with a mushroom barn build thing. Well, I think I have all the materials I really need together now. I don't have pods on me, but we pretty much have all the materials that I think I'm gonna need. I did do a little bit of a design of a small barn on a creative server, and I think this is gonna turn out pretty well for the area. It's gonna be super small. You're barely gonna notice it, but I think when you fly overhead, it should look pretty cool. So let's go ahead, let's run up here and let's get started. Gonna do some on-camera building for part of today's episode, mainly because I don't know, I don't do a lot of this stuff. But the most important part of a build is, of course, the framework. You cannot have a successful build without some sort of framework, whether it's you completely plan it out or you just have a general idea of what you want to do. You honestly can't have a successful build without it. We're gonna strip all these as well. I'm going with mostly an oak and mushroom theme, which, you know, for around this area probably makes sense. We do have some spruce that's gonna be mixed into this as well, but I don't know. We'll see how this goes. We'll definitely see how this goes. We're using a lot of stairs, a lot of slabs. You can see some of the mushroom blocks here, and yeah, we'll see. A lot of trapdoors. So if I can get back up here, we're gonna do a stair on the side like so. I'm gonna try to lay this out as best as I can. I don't know how this is gonna exactly turn out. Like I said, I had built this. I do have some screenshots. I don't like using things like Lightmatica. There's nothing wrong with Lightmatica, honestly. I don't really care if people use it or not. It's just not really for me. I mean, I think it's good for getting a parts list of a build, but I don't think I really want to be using much of it. So yep, not using that. Doing old school. I guess I'm old school like that. Is the proper terminology. Just gonna be using some basic screenshots. All right, let's try our hands at the underside here. Gonna try to add details as I go along. I don't normally do that, but I think it might actually be easier for this build, just because there are a lot of little details that I kind of added as I went along. But little curved sides of the roof here. I don't normally do stuff like this, but I thought I'd try a little, like I said, a little bit of extra detail. Gonna add in some trapdoors underneath of here as well. And we're gonna do the exact same thing over on this side. Add in a block. I'm gonna make sure we put our stair in the middle right here as well, like so. We're gonna put in our block. Actually, no, this block goes over here. Block, 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 pick block, slab, slab. And we also, I like using the little pick block feature whenever I actually build. It makes my life just that little bit easier. Actually, that stair goes the other way. A lot of people don't know about it. It's usually middle mouse click. If you don't know about it, you should definitely use it if you are a builder like myself. If you have the item in your inventory somewhere and you hit the middle mouse button, which is the little scroll wheel, it'll actually get the block that you're pointing at and put it right in this hotbar spot that you have. So, or it'll go anywhere on your hotbar that actually has it. So that's always a little neat trick that I like to use, and it's served me well over the years for sure. All right, we're going to continue the same pattern over here. Block, block. Upside down stair, block, stair, upside down stair, stair, and then 2 slabs just like that. Not bad. Next, I want to put these sideways like this, almost like little supporting pillars on the side. It just also kind of makes things a little bit easier to sort of frame things in. It's part of the framing, not part of the framing. Honestly, I don't even know what to call it per se, but it's certainly a thing. So we're going to try adding some of these here. So I decided to go with some brown mushroom blocks on the sides right here. I'm going to do a little bit of a trick with the window. Well, it's not really a trick, but it's not something that I normally do. So to frame this window, what I'm going to try to do is put like a little awning up here and then put trapdoors inside like that. Instead of actually using fence posts or glass panes or something like that, and I just trim my crop. Something like that I think works pretty well as little windows, and you know, nothing's really probably going to come through here. I mean, I guess a mob could, but what's there going to be inside of here that a mob's really going to care about? Probably nothing, or at least a hostile mob. So I think that works as a pretty nice little window. Nothing's really going to crawl out of it. I mean, there's no baby cows that are going to go in here or anything like that, so there's no real point in worrying about that, I guess. All right, let's get all the blocks in here. I only have 2. I thought I had more smooth quartz. I'm pretty sure I have more smooth quartz over here. Let's fly back over. Oh, that is the other thing I definitely need to take care of. This is the extent of my storage. You can see some of the different ores and stuff that we have in here. Yeah, this is pretty bad. So that's something that we need to take care of in the near future, is getting a proper storage setup. I was gonna put it in the tree. The more I think about it, the more I'm thinking I'll just put it inside of a hill somewhere and just leave it at that. I'm not very good at following through on plans like that, so yeah, we're probably just gonna do that and just move on. And block, there we go. We want to do the same thing, moving upwards. You block. I think the next thing we want is another block. Most of these are just mainly gonna be blocks, really. Block there, block there, block there. Cool. And if we hop down into the front, that is what it looks like. We're not done, obviously. We still need to add some details here. We need to add you in. I'm going to add in some fence gates as well. I'm not going to do an actual barn door. This was more like a stable, quote unquote, I guess, in that essence, instead of like a barn with an actual barn door. But we're going to go ahead and put ourselves some trapdoors like this, and one underneath it there to sort of frame it off a little bit. We're also going to put some oak fences here. Once again, part of the framing. And that is what the front pretty much looks like. We're gonna add more details as we go, but that's basically what it looks like. Onto the back, we're gonna do something really similar. We're gonna do something like this, like that, like that. Frame it like so. And add, not like that. Add a block here, add a block here, block here. Sweet. Another block there. Color up like that. Block, that, block. There we go. Add ourselves some fences in here. And we have the front and the back pretty much done now. All right, now we have to do the roof as well. It's gonna be pretty simple for this. I want to use a lot of mushroom blocks for this, but I also want to mix in some spruce. I just thought that the mushroom blocks by themselves didn't look very good, I guess is the way to put it. They needed some slabbage, and there really aren't any mushroom slabs or anything like that, so there's not a whole lot I could do with that. So, oh, that's what I was gonna do. So instead of getting rid of these, I forgot that I was gonna do this. Instead of getting rid of these, why don't, let's put that there, that's fine. Why don't we just put red mushroom blocks in the middle like that? Bit cheaty, I know. Not actually filling in these corners, but I think it also does the purpose that serves the purpose that I want it to. Same thing goes up here. We're just gonna fill all of these in with mushroom blocks. And then for the sides here, so for this side in particular, we want to make sure we have some spruce trapdoors on us. We're gonna go slab, trapdoor, stair, trapdoor, stair, trapdoor, slab. Gives me the pattern that I want. Let's actually try to move our way up here. So pretty much the same pattern, actually the exact same pattern on this side as well. So stair, slab, stair, slab, stair. Let's remove the slab so I can actually climb up here. We're also going to have slab, trapdoor, stair, trapdoor, stair, trapdoor, slab. And on the top here, just to connect, actually no, this is supposed to be a stair, that's right. And to connect it all up, we're just gonna do slabs like that. So not bad. I think we might need to add probably some lights on top of here or something like that. But I think for a pretty basic little barn-esque design, I think it works out pretty well. While we're here, I'm just gonna add in some leaves around the outside as well. I like to do this. We're gonna add in some crops as well, but I always want to make sure we get in our leaves whenever we want them as well. So just something simple like that. Actually does the trick really well. We're not gonna probably hang any off the top. I mean, I could, I think about it, but I think we're probably fine as is. Yes, and now we have the interior. So first thing is first, let's put a pillar across here. Bada bing, bada boom. So the other thing we want to do, we want a block there. We also want a block here. We want a slab there. It just adds a little bit of variety here. So same thing on this side. And if I can get some more blocks, we'll head back here. Need some more spruce blocks. If we add a little block slab. Yeah, I like that. And the other thing that we're gonna do as well, we're gonna put in some spruce trapdoors right here. They fold inwards like this, but we're not quite done with this. We're gonna put some glowstone up there. We're gonna put some barrels up there, believe it or not, which should be a lot of fun to work with. Hello, can I get up here? Thank you. Let's grab ourselves some barrels. Go boom, 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 boom. And we're gonna put some on the interior like this, I believe as well. Not quite like that. Can I do this? Yeah, upwards like that. As you can see, I think it's a pretty cool thing. We're gonna put some glowstone up there as well, which should help out matters a lot. But it's dark, so I should sleep. I should also make sure I have all the materials I need, and then hopefully we can finish up this interior. Shouldn't take too long to do. All right, I don't actually have any glowstone right now. I'm sure I can get some in a minute, but I think for now we're gonna try the shroom lights. We're gonna see if I like these. I may not like them, but it's what we have on hand, so we might as well practice having this stuff on hand and see how that works. So we're gonna do that, I think, with interior like that. And then if we go ahead and pillar up on this side, like so, we'll do that. The shroom lights there as well. And let's see how this looks from underneath. Yeah, that's not bad. That's actually not bad. I think the glowstone might look a little bit better, but the idea here is that I should be able to hide the lights like that. And then whenever you open the trap doors, you can see there's a whole lot of different barrels and stuff here where we can add storage, we can add wheat, we can add really whatever we want in here. So I think that's a pretty cool little mechanism. For the floor here, I'm gonna get rid of all of this, but we're gonna eventually put podzol in here along with the coarse dirt. For now, I'm just gonna fill it all with coarse dirt until I get some podzol. I can't find any podzol, and I should have podzol to be honest, unless you know what, I bought all the spruce. That's probably it. But yeah, we head back over here. There's 2 more things that I want to do. First things first, we gotta make sure get ourselves 2 cauldrons. We're definitely gonna need those. Second thing, we're gonna need ourselves some hay bales. So let's build ourselves, I think build, right? Let's actually put this iron away. Build ourselves some hay bales. And if we travel all the way back, I do have a water bucket on me. I should. I almost always have a water bucket on me, and that's a pro tip. You pretty much should always have one on you in some capacity, in my opinion. We head over this way. We're gonna put 2 water troughs back here. One has water. We should be able to get water for a second one. One of my favorite tricks is to just fly into the water, grab the water bucket, and fly back out, and do that. Then we have those hay bales there, and hay bales there. And then once we have some podzol here, we can put those in there. But yeah, now it's just a matter of adding mushrooms to this, dealing with this little pathway here, which shouldn't be too bad, something like that, and probably add in a little bit of coarse dirt right here, just a little bit, just like that. Probably we're gonna fill in some of this stuff over here with wheat at some point, but I think for now that's a good little path, and voila. We need to put some mushrooms in there, but outside of that, this is what the barn, or what is kind of a barn, actually looks like. The red really pops, which is what I wanted to go for, and I think it fits with the theme of this area pretty dang well, so I'm pretty happy with it. All right, folks, well, I am going to go ahead and fix up the interior a little bit, get myself some podzol, also get myself some mushrooms, put them in there, fix it up a little bit, and fix up the weed around it a little bit. When I bring you guys back, we should have a pretty complete mushroom barn. Well, I've done some things off camera. We've got ourselves 2 mushrooms in here, regular red mushroom. This is actually one that Hugh had wanted named. I think that's the Among Us symbol, whatever it is. We also got ourselves some podzol here, and I finished things up, and I think we are all good to go for this little barn. It's, you know, like I said, it's not it's not a big change, but I think it fills in the area pretty well. And if we head up here, we can take one last look at the whole area. I think once all this stuff grows in, we're gonna be pretty dang happy with it. That needs a seed, which I'll get to in just a minute. But let me know what you all think of this down in the comment section below. If there's anything you still want me to add to it, feel free to let me know down in the comments as well. I do want to still add in some sort of border, I think, around here with like an arched entrance maybe right there at the very least. Probably some trapdoors, maybe some scarecrows around here as well. Maybe some hay bales dotted around here. There's still little details that we can do, but I think in terms of the overall picture of the farm, I think we've done a pretty awesome job. So that is going to do it for today, folks, though. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like. If you're new around here, feel free to subscribe to stay updated whenever I have new videos coming out, whether it's of this series or any other series here on the channel. But anyways, folks, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!